Dark humor kind of sucks now. You might be wondering, what even is dark humor? Look it up, dummy. Besides, you'll probably find out the more I talk. Anyway, dark humor has been falling off. I can think of a lot of good examples and a lot of bad examples. And I'm going to talk about bad examples. Not much else to this intro. Let's just get into why dark humor sucks now. Oh boy, I'll definitely get hate for this, but I don't care. Family Guy is said to be one of the giants of dark humor. There are hilarious compilations like this. This is personally, some of these jokes just aren't funny in my opinion. Let me tell you the problem. When you tell a dark joke, you need the darkness and the joke. You can't just say something dark and expect people to laugh. And like, look at this. Suicide. This hurts a lot. Was that funny? I didn't think so. Also, Family Guy has no class whatsoever. It will mention super offensive stuff with no subtlety. Look at these scenes.
Come here, have a seat.
Dad, what are you doing?
Meg, I'm a redneck, which means I am about to do something to you that you will not remember until you're 40. Meg!
What happened to Cindy?
Dear Diary, jackpot. Hello. Now, Meg, in order to get you into fighting shape, I want you to drink this glass of raw eggs.
I don't see any yolks.
Just drink it.
Okay, you're good to go.
This whale's beached himself. He needs to get back in the water or he'll die.
Step aside, I'll handle this. Give me some room. This is awesome. Now that we're rich, our lives are going to be so much better.
You sure it was such a good idea to cash that lottery check? It seems foolish to have all this money lying around.
Oh, you'd rather have it down at the bank where the Jewish guys can leer at it?
Yeah, money.
Woo! All right, time to make all those popular kids pay for ignoring me.
Now, Peter, no, you're just a normal high school kid.
Oh. Hey, Lance, it's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. Throw this phone away, Lois. Hey, Lois, I'd like you to meet our new friend.
Jerome?
Loose Lois.
What? You guys know each other?
Know each other? Peter, Jerome is an old boyfriend of mine.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was out of it. Wait, are we being robbed?
Ah, and this is Peter and I at our wedding.
Aw, you look beautiful. And he's a handsome fella, ain't he?
Well, I am ready for my evening.
Oh my God, Peter, what the hell?
Peter, what are you doing?
Oh, surely, Jerome, you don't want to stay in the same house as a ghost who carries a torch around. Oh, fire ghost. Oh, you scared yet? Didn't know this place was haunted, did you? Hospital! Don't worry, Brian, I'll save you. I'm good in a crisis. After all, I used to work the suicide hotline.
I just can't take it. I discovered my wife's been cheating on me for a while. And I can't live like this. I have to kill myself.
Doesn't it make more sense to kill her?
Coming after us.
So I hired a math tutor and a driver's ed guy. Okay, so do you use my car, or do you have like a special one you brought?
I'm the math tutor.
Really? No way. So that means you're the
Driver's ed instructor, yes.
Well, I'll be a son of a gun. All right, time to learn math from a black guy, I guess.
Now, I will admit, some of these scenes are kinda funny, but there's no denying that they are very offensive. It sometimes feels like this show just doesn't know when enough is enough. And some of the dark humor isn't even jokes, like this one. Okay, so the context here is that Quagmire's dad, or now his mom, is transgender. But Brian didn't know this when something happened. This is the joke they make.
Hello, Ida. Hello, Brian. How have you been? Very well, thank you.
He threw up when he found out you were a monster.
What about that was supposed to be funny? That was just discrimination with no joke. Like, okay, look, guys. You don't have to be in love with LGBT people. You don't have to love them, but don't be jerks to them. Not that hard. You know, I've talked a lot about how bad Family Guy's dark humor can be, so let's compare it to a show that I think is much better. Unlike Family Guy, Smiling Friends knows when enough is enough. A good example is the Jared Fogle joke, where they're like, Charlie and Pim admit that like they don't find stuff like that funny because like they don't find pedophilia funny. I mean, sometimes pedophilia can be funny, in my opinion, if it's done tastefully.
Oh, come on, guys. It was funny. The costume, come on.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not, dude. I did not find that funny. I have a line with that kind of stuff. I don't find that stuff funny. No.
Weirdly enough, this is the first time Smiling Friends have referenced a real person by name. Not to mention, the dark jokes in Smiling Friends are actual jokes. They don't just say dark things and expect people to laugh. Also, while we're comparing these two shows, I think it's stupid that Smiling Friends has a higher rating than Family Guy, when the latter is way, way worse. I'm black, but you already know that. Most black people seem to be okay with memes about the N word. They shouldn't be. The N word has an absolutely abhorrent origin. We can't just ignore that. We can't just pretend things weren't as bad as they really were. There are so many memes about the N word now. It's disgusting. Like this one.
Nate! What are you doing, man? Shut the
And this one.
Let's go.
And who could forget this one?
Bolt.
Say the N-word. That's racist! You can't say the N-word! This is Obama! Get down!
They also made a meme with the pool theme from Plants vs. Zombies, followed by a clip of a racist man saying the N-word 3 times. Imagine taking a track so nice and nostalgic and corrupting it into a joke about racism. Yeah, it's the PVZ Young Fly on the Track meme. You can go watch one of those videos if you want. I'm not going to show any in this one. Yeah, go look it up if you're curious. To make a long story short, we need to re-stigmatize the N-word. This is not okay.
There's a YouTuber who used to be part of the OSC known as Eonix. His videos are shockingly racist. He made an object show called Object N-Word Godliness. There are a lot of N-word jokes.
Yo, chill. I was just playing. You know you can use the pass, right? I mean, he is one of those.
There are also some 9/11 jokes. I say jokes in air quotes because they can barely be called jokes. Like I said earlier, the show just mentions something offensive and expects us to laugh. They just mention a horrible act of terrorism and expect us to laugh. I hate how people got mad at my T.Sucks channel and tried to cancel me. They said how BTTFA is too offensive. BTTFA is 100% satire. The show also got less offensive after people got mad at me. Eonix's videos are just as offensive, debatably more offensive. Also, yes, I forgive Clanky. Clanky apologized, and what Clanky, who is now called SlinkyBox777, what they did is in the past. They apologized. They made a video about that. You people, you imbeciles, don't know how to forgive people. You think everything's just a simple black and white morality situation, and really, you're here. You make me sound worse than I actually am. Also, and this is the stupidest thing. This is You think I deserve to be removed from that wiki for what I did when you have pages about literal pedophiles and groomers, and that's fine, but what I did is too bad. I hate this community so much. His videos are much more offensive than mine, but nobody tries to cancel him. Well, nobody else at Twitter, but that didn't count. Please explain to me, why is this bad but this okay?
Bring back slavery, enslave Africans. I have whipped every man and much of the heads from my fields. I hate these damn Negroes.
What sense does that make? Exactly none. He also made a series called BFDI but for monkeys. And yes, by monkeys he means black people. Am I the only one who has a problem with this? If so, then Gen Z is doomed. All hope is lost. Eonix likes to defend himself by saying he himself is black. Yeah, he is black, but the mindset that being black excuses this behavior is idiotic and just awful. Eonix is also a hypocrite. He also made a community post making fun of Master Oogway, the creator of this masterpiece.
Kung Fu Panda. Adolf Hitler is my name.
Yeah. Anyway, he made fun of Master Oogway when he got cancelled. Bruh. You cannot talk. You cannot say anything about this situation. No words should be coming out of your mouth about this. You have been doing the same thing. You are a hypocrite. Actually, Eox recently left the OSC and quit making videos on his channel. Good. Now please delete your channel and never return to the OSC ever again. The humor in these videos is the worst of everything I've mentioned so far. These are not jokes. The whole point of the humor in these videos is so that idiots can be like, bro, did they really say that? That's it. There's nothing more to the joke. They always repeat the same stereotypes. It just gets stale very quickly. And then there's nothing to laugh at because you're so used to them doing the same thing again and again. Also, we all know that these types of videos are made for edgy 10-year-old kids. The humor here is terrible. So let's talk about something not as bad. This one's kind of subjective. This is a type of humor that I personally dislike, but most people like it. And that's fine, but let me explain why. I just hate how overly negative these jokes feel. They feel so emo, like when people say stuff like this. Me enjoying life, and then I remember, oh wait, life sucks and I hate myself. I'm pretty sure Jaden Animations made a joke like that. Bruh, there are so many people who suffer every day. Jaden, you're famous. People love you and you get paid to do what you love. Even if you slip up, people will still love you. There are so many people whose lives are worse than yours. This is exactly why I don't complain about my life on the internet. Of course, everybody has problems, but nobody's life is perfect. Compared to the situation some people were or are in, I have nothing to complain about. Do you wake up to bombs every morning? Is half your family dead? Do you go to bed every night afraid you might not wake up in the morning? I'm 99.9% sure you said no to all of these questions. Exactly. So be grateful, you unappreciative noodle. Being excessively gross or disturbing is not funny. I guess the joke is that it's supposed to be shocking, but when humor is supposed to shock the audience, it actually has to be shocking, believe it or not. So, cliche shock humor is never funny. Well, that's it. Yeah, this was a very short section. Oh well, let's just move on to the next section. With all this in mind, you might be wondering, when does a joke go too far? After all comedy comes from some type of negativity. So where do we draw the line? Sadly, there's no simple answer. You decide what you think goes too far or not. If something feels wrong and you know what it says is bad, it probably is. There were many things that were once seen as blasphemous and horrible in the past that nowadays aren't really seen as that big of a deal. So, who knows? Things change over time. Again, only you can decide what you think is too much, even though there are definitely exceptions, like this awful video. I feel like one problem with dark humor is that we joke about all these awful things like murder, terrorism, suicide, rape, but we forget that these horrible things actually happen. They're not just made up. They could happen to you. This is no laughing matter. Some truly awful stuff. This is why we need to be careful with our jokes. I know pretty much all comedy comes from some type of negativity, like I said before. Humor helps us to accept that these things are normal parts of life.
What are you doing, man? Shut the
So, if you find stuff like that funny, there's kind of a chance that you accept it as a normal thing. Not cool. Hopefully, people will watch this video, realize how they've been doing dark humor wrong, and change for the better. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and my main channel and my music channel and not this channel.